Living a Daring Adventure. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Today I'm coming to you from my car because all the kids are trying to sleep up in the hotel room. This neon light is a little bit of a clue as to where I am. I'm in the great state of Nevada, the Silver State. If you've never been to Nevada, you'll see a lot of this around because of the glitz and glamour and gambling and everything else that comes with Nevada. I'm in a very touristy type of town called Winnemucca. It is out in the middle of nowhere along Highway 80, which crosses straight across Nevada. And it's funny because we didn't come the regular way. Well, we came from a regular way coming from Oregon, which is straight through the middle of nowhere. And you go for hours and hours and hours without seeing sight or sound of civilization. This whole time, the reason why it's an adventure is because I came with my kids, okay, and my wife. And we rented a car, we came all the way out, and it's just, as you can imagine, having three kids, 7 years old, 4 years old, and 2 years old, it it takes a little longer. And if you can't imagine it, I can't explain it. It's one of those things where you just have to experience it. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, honestly, I make a lot of fun of it and everything, but I really wouldn't have it any other way. If I didn't want it to be adventurous, I just would have taken a plane, and that would have been that, and it would have been nice and quiet. But you only live once, and your kids only have a childhood once, and I like getting them out of the house. And if I could do it on business, great. I could write off my end of it. The rest of it's all family stuff, so it doesn't work as well on taxes. So you just got to be able to split the difference there, and make everything work out, especially right. But talk to your accountant. I'm not giving you any type of tax advice whatsoever. Talk to a professional. But it's fun. It's really a lot of fun to do. We're making memories. The kids don't care whether you're in any place historical or any place that matters. What matters is the fun that you have along the way. I mentioned a few nights ago about listening to old time radio and listening to the drama and actors of that time period. And since then, there's been a whole lot of other stuff that has been put out, decade after decade. Other forms of audio theater has been produced. And so I was listening to some, I had found a couple that had come out during the 70s and 80s. Some stuff we were listening to The Hobbit being performed, and Wizard of Oz, and Alice Through the Looking Glass, and all this stuff that no one even realizes this stuff is out there, but so much of it's out there for free now. You can find it in these places. And so we find fun, crazy stuff to do, stuff that's different and weird, and that we're just that type of family, and we just have that type of life. I just want to recommend that you got to add some adventure, some color, some pizzazz into your life. Whether you have a family, a direct family or not, to be able to share it with, get out there and start having an adventure. Life is too short. It goes by too quick. Have fun while you still have the chance, and if you can mix it up with business, you can make money at the same time and be able to afford to eat and do everything that you're meant to do while you're on this earth. So hopefully that makes sense to you. We've got also my book I promote on a regular basis, AmazonProofBook.com. You can go there and get a free copy of the book that I wrote. I'll be having other books coming out in the next year or two here. So watch for those. Also, audio version of that book is available through that website, AmazonProofBook.com. Get through the free copy version, and you'll have an option on purchasing a hard copy and an audio book. So there's another thing. That's all I got for tonight. We'll see where tomorrow will bring us. I've got, I'll be meeting with business friends and associates as the days go forward. So it'll be more and more interesting. We'll be heading to the next state. So stay tuned for that. You have a great night. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.